Sorry. I was talking to myself. I went live and then I went live and I hadn't turned my camera on. So let me just try and adjust my camera. Sorry. Mm, sorry about that. All right. So I hope you're all okay. I hope you had a good day and you look forward to this session. I personally look forward to today's session. This is the third class that we will be having in the digital skills training series. Sorry, the previous classes we looked at building your brand and selling on the online space. Okay. Then the next class we looked at creating your own digital marketing plan. So basically, what are the components of a digital marketing plan? What is digital marketing? Because it's imperative to understand the definition of the term before you even get into the practical bits of it, right? So those are the two things that we looked at previously. And this being the third class, our focus will be on marketing tools and social media to grow our business. And I'm really hoping that we tried to put into practice. So, like in the previous class, we looked at how to create your own digital marketing plan. I hope that we tried to put it into practice over the weekend. Okay. So if you have any questions in regards to the two previous classes, please feel free to drop your questions in the chat section. I'd be happy to take up some questions just to clear the air on any hanging issues. All right. So thank you so much. Let me see who was here before every other person. I can see Lumrina. Loom, or is it Lam Rina? Rina. I'll call you Rina because I think Rina is the best. I mean, it's the easiest between the two names to pronounce. So, Rina, thank you so much. A hearty clap to you for being here, the first person, even before we went live. And then I have Titi Lope. Then I have Bright, Chume, Didi, and Chisom Declare. And then Idioma just joined. Thank you all so much. Wow, I have Sahar who's also just joined us. It's really good to have you here. It's really good to meet you. And I'm not sure I've taken either of your classes before, but I know you've met Udeme. I know you've met Udeme probably for both classes. I'm not sure, but I hope you liked the session. And maybe just to also put on emphasis, it's very important that you fill in the attendance form that will be shared towards the end of the session, because and you have to fill it with your correct name as you would like for it to appear on your certificate. All right. So thank you so much. We're already 4 minutes into the session. I was just doing some brief intro as we are waiting for other people to join. Hussein, Susan, Teresa, thank you all so much for joining us. So you can hit the thumbs up button to like the session. You can hit the thumbs up button to like the session. Then subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to get notifications of other future sessions. All right. All right. So you can see my colleague Judith in the chat section. Judith Lokosu. Judith is based in Benin. You can see her name is highlighted in blue with the blue spanner next to it. Judith is based in Benin. She's my colleague and she'll be moderating today's session. Basically, moderation, I mean she'll be taking questions as you ask them, responding to your questions, and interacting within the chat section. So make sure you keep her on toes with questions. Make sure you keep her busy in the chat section. Okay. I think it's important to know that it's an open session. You can always ask anything, and you're free. There's no wrong or right answer. Sorry, I was looking at Ijioma's comment. I know this is a different class, but I need help on how to verify my Google Business Profile. Wow. So Ijioma, I think in this session, I'm going to touch on a bit about the Google Business Profile. So we look at that, and then there's a form you can fill because we also help with verification. There's a form you can fill with your correct details so that we help with your verification. So I think this is fine. It's not entirely different. I'm going to touch on the Google Business Profile In the first, I think the first agenda will be on that. And then the next class will be solely dedicated to how to create your own profile and how to get it verified. Okay. So Judith, you can also say hi to Judith in the chat section. I was on that. And to introduce myself, my name is Berry Lokwach. I work with Impactor and I will be your trainer for the day. Hi, Monica. Thank you for joining us. It's nice to have you on the call. Okay. All right. So I think since we are 6 minutes in, hi, Sandra. Hi, Sandra. It's nice to see you here. Okay, so we are like 6 minutes into the session. So if you're ready for us to start, you can drop me your favorite emoji. If it's a smiley, if it's a thumbs up, if it's a clap, you can drop me your favorite emoji to let me know that we are ready to start the session. Okay? If you're ready for us to start the session, you can drop me your favorite emoji if it is a smiley, a thumbs up, right? Or a clap, whatever emoji that you want to let me know that you're ready for us to kickstart this session. Ijeoma. Ijeoma is saying hi to Judith. Okay. So let me see the emojis. I'd like to know that you're on the same page before we begin the session. So many of us are here. We are 16 on the call, but we are very quiet. We are 16 on the call, but you're very quiet. Thank you so much, Bright, for that. Rina is saying, sorry, please, I wasn't able to fill the last attendance form. Is it possible to have the link again? The link for today's class will be shared towards the end of the session. So please just take note of the links that either Sandra or Judith will post and make sure you copy the link, paste it on your browser and fill it out correctly. Okay. So thank you, Rina, Faith, Merit, Titi Lope, Fikirte, Osadolor, and Teresa. Thank you so much for that. So please watch out for the comments from Sandra and Judith. They will be helping with moderating today's session. They're both my colleagues. Sandra is in Nigeria and Judith is in Benin. All right, thank you for those emojis. I think that's cue for me to commence with our session. So the topic today, let's just look over it again. Today we're going to look at using marketing tools and social media to grow your business. And then this session is divided into three. So the first part of the session, our focus will be on the Google Business Profile. I think I mentioned this when I was responding to Ijioma's comment. So we look at how you can create your own Google Business Profile, how can you populate it, how can you optimize it, and then obviously the ways of verification. Then the second part of the session, we're going to look at planning your own digital marketing strategy. How do you get started with planning for your digital marketing strategy? So you want to create your strategy, you want to get onto the digital space. How do you create your own business strategy for that? Then the third part of the session is leveraging on social media and email marketing. I'm sure you've all been curious about email marketing. How do you collect emails? How do you get started with email marketing? We're going to look at all those things in today's session, which will last for an hour. We're already 10 minutes in, so we have like 50 minutes to cover all three agendas. So we've talked about the Google Hustle Academy, I think in the first or second class throughout. It's a 1 week long boot camp that we partnered with Google for. So there's a lot of things that you get to learn when you sign up for the Google Hustle Academy. The link will be posted in the chat section. So you get to learn about, you want to improve the revenue of your business, you want to learn about the practical bits of digital marketing. You're looking at potential investors. How do you even position yourself? How do you make yourself investor ready? You need to create a pitch deck. What are the components of a pitch deck? How do you even get started? So all these things are covered in the Google Hustle Academy. Please make sure you sign up. The link will be posted in the chat section by either Sandra or Judith. Okay, so just copy the link so that you don't leave the class. That is, if you're using your phone. If you're using a laptop, you can copy it, paste it on a different tab. Then you'll obviously look at it after the session. All right. I really like my classes to be very, very interactive. So I'll be asking you some few questions and picking up your responses, and I'll also be taking questions from you. But for starters, I think I'll be the first one to ask the question. So, which marketing tools do you currently use? I know most of us here are business owners. Most of us here are business owners. So, I don't know what kind of marketing tools you're using for yourself. So, if you can just let me know, I would be happy to know what marketing tools, which marketing tools do you currently use? I can give you an example to give you a cue. So maybe you use social media, if it is Facebook or Instagram, you know? So that could be a response. So I would just like to know at the moment, what kind of marketing tools do you currently use? How are you marketing your business at the moment? Okay. How are you marketing your business at the moment? Zephania, please, how do we get the previous lessons? So the links that were previously shared to each session. So far, we've only done 2 classes. We've looked at building your brand on the online space. There was a link that was shared for that. Then create your digital marketing plan. There was a link that was shared for that. You can access the recordings to either of the sessions with the same training links. Okay? So just go back to your email and click on the link to each session. It will take you to the recording. Wow, I can see your responses streaming in. So Rina has said Instagram, WhatsApp, and referrals, and then Facebook as well. Ijoma has talked about her WhatsApp status. Merit has talked about WhatsApp, referrals, word of mouth. Ijoma again with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And then Teresa has said social media, basically Instagram. Chidima, markets her business via WhatsApp and IG. These are really good responses. At least it's giving me an idea of the kind of marketing tools that you're currently using. And I'm really happy that we've been trying to leverage on social media to basically market our business. Faith, WhatsApp business. I like it that you specified it's WhatsApp business. Okay. Then Bright has said WhatsApp status, Facebook, Instagram, and then Snapchat. Wow, you also use Snapchat. That's interesting to know. I'm a bit curious on that. So thank you so much for your responses. We'll move on to the next part. Remember, I said the session is divided into 3, and our focus for the first session is setting up and how do you set up your own Google business profile and how do you optimize it. So who here knows what the Google business profile is? Who knows what the Google business profile is? Who knows what the Google business profile is? If you have no idea, you can always say, Beryl, I don't know what the Google business profile is, but I'm here to learn. So that's also a response. Remember, I said there's no wrong or right answer. Okay. So what is the Google business profile? Anyone with an idea? Thank you, Sahar. I think Sahar. Sahar is responding to the first question that I asked. And I like the comment from Fikirte. I'm proud of female presenters. Wow, that's very encouraging. Thank you so much, Fikirte. And I hope I'm pronouncing you well. I mean your name correctly. All right. Susan says she doesn't know the Google business profile is, which is fine. I like honest answers. So thank you, Susan, for that. Azolukwam, hi. Thank you and welcome. So as we're dropping the responses so much so that we don't spend so much time on that, we will just move on. I will come back and look at the responses that were dropped after we move on. Okay, so basically the Google Business Profile is a free tool offered by Google that helps you to enhance your presence on either Google Search or Google Maps. Okay, on either Google Search and Maps. I know most of us, when you're looking for businesses, you're looking for a product or service, you normally go to search. I mean, you only go to Google search, okay? So I'm looking for seafood restaurants near me. I'm looking for mobile phone repair shops near me, okay? So if either of, there are businesses that have already GMB profiles, and I mean, there's a likelihood of me finding their business, all right, and finding their pages and getting to know about them via my search on the search engine, basically, all right? So the Google Business Profile basically helps you to engage with your customers for free. You don't pay for it. And we're going to look at how you can get started with creating your own profile. The first thing, when you populate your profile, you input the correct details of your business name, your industry, your hours of location, your contact details, and you put visuals. So visuals are if you're doing product images, or if you want to do photos of your store, obviously. So a good profile helps you to attract more and more customers, right? And it also gives you increases your chances of how you're reaching out to your potential clients. So you're not just limited to either social media or WhatsApp. Maybe you don't have a website. So the Google Business Profile helps you to increase your chances of reaching out to more people. And then you're able to see how customers connect with you. I'm able to go to my profile and see this person came to my profile via the search engine. Okay. Well, this is what this person did on my profile. So they came to my Google Business Profile. Did they make any calls? Did they make any appointments? What kind of posts did they look at when they came to my profile? Okay, so I'm able to understand my customers' interests. I'm able to understand the kind of actions that they're doing when they come to my profile, if it's working out for me, or do I need to optimize it better, right? So looking at the steps of creating a Google Business Profile, the first thing you need to do is to add your business name. You need to have a business name. Is it Beryl's Organics Shop? Okay. Is it Beryl's Fashion Designers Shop? Is it Igioma's Technology Shop? Okay. So you need to add the name of your business and then the category in which your business best fits. You're in the manufacturing industry, the hospitality industry, which industry do you best fit? Sometimes when you go to the drop down, you'll find that maybe the industry is not there. You can pick an industry that's closely related to the one that you're in. So maybe you're in maybe you're in tourism, okay? And then there's no drop down for tourism. So basically, this is just an example. And there's a drop down for hospitality. It almost aligns with what tourism does. Okay, so you can pick a category from the drop down that's closely related to the one that you're in. Then you need to input your location. Do you have a physical store? All right, where are you located? You need to input your location. So it's usually advised sometimes it's usually advised that when you're creating your own profile, you create it where your location is, because you would need to move. There's that red icon that you need to pinpoint to the correct, to the exact sorry, to the exact location where you are. Okay, so you need to create the profile. You need to create the listing where your location is, so that you move, so that you get the correct coordinates for the latitude and longitude, okay, for your business, because you would need that when you're signing up for verification. And then input your contact details. What do you want people to do when they come to your profile? Do you want them to call you? Do you want them to email you? What do you want people to do? Okay, so you need to input your contact details. Put your phone number. That is usually operational. Don't put a number that, when a customer calls, they're not able to reach you, it's off. Okay. And then finish and manage your listing. So when you talk about managing your listing, it means that first of all, you have to list out a way in which Google can reach you for verification. You need to verify your profile, because there's no way you can manage your listing if it is not verified. And when I talk about managing, is you will not be able to make posts on your profile. You will not be able to edit your profile until it is verified. Okay. So as much as you're creating your profile, you need to ensure that you verify it, so that it gives you the possibility of basically managing your listing. I hope you're all together up to that point. Let me see if there are any questions that I have missed so far. All right, Chidima said she didn't know what the Google Business Profile is, and Emma also said the same. Ijoma said it is used to showcase our business on Google. Awesome, thank you. I'm really hoping that by the end of the session, we'll all have an understanding of what the Google Business Profile is. And thank you so much, Judith. So there's a link that Judith has posted in the chat section. If you want to get started with creating your own Google Business Profile, please make sure you click on that link, copy it, and paste it on your browser. So you don't want to do that right now, okay? Right now, we're going over the steps. Then you can do it after the class. If you're stuck, you can always reach out to us, or in the next class, and tell us, you know what, I was trying to create my own profile. This is where I got stuck. I need help, okay? So at the moment, we're just going to go over the steps of how to create your own profile. So when you're looking at how to verify, so when I'm creating a profile, I need to choose, how do I want Google to reach out to me? All right, for them to verify my profile. Is it through email? Okay, if it's through email, I put down my email. Is it through my phone number? I put down my phone number. If I have a Google Search Console, if I've opened an account with Google Search Console, I can also input my Google Search Console ID there. All right. So how do I want Google to reach out to me? Remember, it's very important that you put the details of the owner of that profile. So can you imagine I'm creating a listing for Ijeoma? All right, so I create a listing for Ijeoma, and then for verification, I input my personal details. Technically, this is Ijeoma's business. I'm just trying to help her out. So I input my details, that is my email address and my phone number. And then after a month or two, maybe I lose contact with Ijeoma, all right? But at the end of the day, it's still her listing. It's her business's listing. And then we lose contact. Then later on, she has issues with the profile. She has issues that she needs amended or corrected on her profile, but she had input my own details on it. So technically, I should be the one who's tasked with editing it, but I don't have contact. I mean, I've lost contact with Ijeoma, so she'll have some bit of trouble with making corrections or something like that on her profile. Okay, so make sure you input the details of the owner of that business for verification. All right, if it's by email, if it's by phone number, or if it's via your Google Search Console. Do you understand? So this is what I'm talking about. You can see it on the profile. And then I think the benefit with having a Google business profile is, remember we said the Google business profile helps you to enhance your presence on search and maps. On the left-hand side of my screen, on the drop-down, you can see that there's a place for website just above users. Okay, so there's products and then there's a website. If you're a business and you don't have a website, so you get a free website when you're creating the Google business profile. You get the chance of getting a free website, and you don't even need coding skills for that. Do you understand? So there are templates that are ready. You just customize the templates. So you get you can customize them with the brand image. If it's your brand colors, input your business name, okay, your business details on the templates, and customize them as you would want for your website to appear at the end of the day. But remember, it's important that when you're doing the customization, you try and customize to reflect your brand image. Do you understand? Okay, I hope we are all on the same page. So you can go to, I know, is it Ijeoma who had asked about verification? Is it Ijeoma who had asked about verification? So the best thing is Africa 118. There's Africa 118 that's based in Kenya that helps with the verification process. So you can always reach out to Africa 118 or go to opera.com. And then we can also help you with your verification. Judith will share the link for verification in the chat section. So Judith, please share the link for verification in the chat section. Let me see if that has already been shared, but she will share it shortly. There's a link, so there's a form that you have to fill. Drop your details. That is only if you've created your own profile. So there's a form. Thank you so much, Judith. Yeah, Judith has posted the GMB verification form. Make sure you fill the form and input your details correctly, and then we'll help you with your verification. Okay? I'm searching for work, but I'm already here, late for listening. It's okay. Better late than never. It's better you late than never, but you can still access the recording after the session. All right? So why is a Google business profile important? Why is a listing important? First of all, you need to understand that you get 2.7 times, you're 2.7 times more likely to be considered trustworthy. Remember, even for Google, for them to verify your business, they do a lot of due diligence. Okay, so there's a lot of background checks that they're doing. Is this a legit business? They look at the details that you've input, then they confirm your verification. So by the time they confirm your verification, it already gives some form of confidence to your target audience that, you know, this is a legit business. So you're 2.7 times more likely to be considered trustworthy, and it gives you the possibility of, there's a 70% possibility that you're more likely to attract location visits. For example, right now, assuming I don't want to make my supper, so I go online and search for seafood restaurants near me. I probably don't know of any seafood restaurants around the place where I'm staying, but I go online and I want to make a walk-in. I want to go to the restaurant and eat at that restaurant. So I go online and search for maybe seafood restaurants in Westlands where I stay, or seafood restaurants near me. Then it gives me the results of the restaurants near me that offer seafood. So I'm able, if there's one that has a GMB, I'm able to go check where the location is, how far is it from me, and I can navigate my way to the exact place where the restaurant is located. Okay. And then you're 50% more likely to lead to a purchase. So remember, if your clients come to your page, or potential clients come to your page, and they're confident in your business, they're confident in what you're posting, then obviously it will give them some form of trust to actually purchase with you. Do you understand? So when you're managing your listing, remember we said you create your listing first, you populate it. When you're populating it, it's your business details, the location, the hours of operation, okay? Then your contact details, right? So when you're managing your listing, you're able to add posts to it. If you have events coming up, you can make posts on events. You can share short videos. If you have offers running, if you have promos running. Right now, Valentine's is coming. Maybe you're a gift shop. So you have promos or discounts for gifts, or ladies' gifts, or whatever gifts you're offering for the Valentine offer. You get to post all these things on your Google business profile. So someone comes, maybe they go online and search for gift shop. They see your profile and they see, oh, you know what? This gift shop has an offer running or a promo running for the month of February for Valentine's. Okay. So you increase your chances of converting with your customers with the posts that you make, all right? So it's important to ensure that you're consistent with your posting. The images that you're sharing on your profile, they need to be high quality images, all right? And you're able to manage your profile from Google search. If you're the online, or if you're the owner of the profile, you're able to manage it from Google search or Google Maps, okay? So from Google search or Google Maps, you can manage your profiles from both ends, right? You can always update your information. If I was located here, maybe if I was located, I'm located here this year, this month, and next month I feel like I need to move to a different location, I can always update that on my profile, all right? And then it's important that you also encourage your clients to drop reviews. There's the power of reviews. So you encourage your clients, the one who've interacted with you before, to drop their reviews, talk about their experience. Did they like the product? Did they like the service, the customer support? It also helps to increase your rating. Okay. So imagine visiting two profiles, two listings for two different businesses, but they all deal with the same thing. Maybe it's a tours and travel company, two tours and travel companies. You want to decide on either because you want to go on safari. So you go to this profile, you find that they have a star rating of 2, and this other one has a star rating of 5. You'll ask yourself, why is this star rating low? Then I go to the reviews, I see a lot of people complaining. Maybe they don't have good customer support. Maybe there's something wrong with their customer service. Obviously, it will not encourage me to even reach out to them. So encourage your clients to drop positive reviews. You know, sometimes you can get negative reviews, but how do you manage that? You also have to come up with what is it, a strategy to manage. You know, if someone drops a negative review, what can I do better? Okay, so you have to see if it's genuine or if it is malicious and figure out how to handle that for your own self. I've talked about adding good photos. I talked about high resolution photos, and it's important for a business to have a brand. You're creating a brand image for your business, so it's important to have a logo. It's like right now, you see the logo for Fidelity Bank on a poster, even before anything, you'll just know. Then maybe it's an event poster, you'll know that I've seen Fidelity Bank's logo. It is either this is the event or they're a partner to that event. Okay. People always associate businesses with their logos, with their brand colors. So it's important to create your own brand image. You can come up with your own logo from canva.com. You don't even need design skills for that. So you can go to canva.com to create your own logo. Okay. And then you can you need to input your cover photo. So cover photo, you can use maybe a photo that best depicts what your business is about. Okay. I've talked about the tours and travel company. You can input maybe a cover image of, those safari cars, okay, or a bonfire, something that gives best representation of what you're dealing with. And then you need to input additional photos. If you're a restaurant, you can do photos of your interior. You can do photos of the outside of your shop. Make sure it's very clear, such that when I look at the photo and I decide to do a walk-in, I can easily identify the outside of your business from, even if it's from, from a busy street. Okay, so you need to input additional photos. You can do product photos. Okay, so all those things, and remember, they have to be high quality photos. Update your opening hours. Do you open over the weekend? Do you open on Saturday? Do you open on Sunday? Do you open on holidays? Okay, you need to update your opening hours. You need to update basically your operational hours. If there's also the option of, maybe you decide to close for like 2 weeks, maybe you're doing renovations, you can always update that, closed for 2 weeks, and for renovation purposes, we will resume on this date. So it's easier for people who want to make walk-in. They already know that, I want to go to this shop, but they've indicated that their profile, they're closed for renovation. So I'll probably wait for 2 weeks and go afterwards. Okay. So there's the update your business information. I've talked about this, updating your contact details, any additional information. So put yourself in your client's shoes. They come to your profile. What would my clients like to know about my business? What do they see? Is it enough information for them? Will they get the kind of information they're looking for? All right. So you need to update all these things. There's also the additional feature. It's called the service attributes feature, where you can, this came up during the COVID period. So you can use the service attributes feature to indicate additional services that you're offering. If you're doing takeout services, if you're doing delivery services, you can always update that as well. Okay. The Google Business Profile helps you to make informed marketing decisions. So remember when I said that you're able to see what people do on your profile. So this 100 people came to my profile. These are the kind of posts they interacted with. From this 100 people came to my profile, only 10 people called me. Okay. So you're able to know. Maybe they came to my profile and they clicked on, I have video posts on my profile, or I have static images on my profile. So I had like 50 people click on my video post. So it probably means that they relate more with video posts more than static posts. So I'm able to know that I'll keep sharing more video posts because it's giving me the traction that I'm looking for. Okay. You're able to learn from successes and mistakes of others. You can look at your competitors' profile, see what's working for them, what's not working for them. Maybe they don't have their clients dropping reviews. Then you can start encouraging your clients to drop reviews on yours. Okay. You're able to understand what services to offer to customers. They give you feedback, they drop their feedback. This is what I like about your business. This is my experience with your business. You get to know your customers' experience. What can you do better to ensure that you satisfy the needs of your clients? Okay. You're also able to curate your own unique selling point because you're looking at tweaking. You're looking at tweaking the listing for you, the profile for you to work for you. So the moment you're making decisions to better optimize your profile, and the moment you're looking at what your competitors are doing and what you need to do better, you're putting yourself ahead of the game. Okay. So you're basically creating your own value proposition, your unique value proposition. Then you're able to understand and discover industry trends. You're able to know your customers' preferences. Okay. So I hope you're all together up to that point. So I'm just giving you an overview of how some businesses created their profiles and how well it worked for them. If you look at Inveli Designs, they decided to to enhance their presence on search by creating a Google business profile. Okay. And these are real case studies. So this is we didn't just come up with this. These are real case studies. So for Inveli Designs, you got that in the first 10 days of their launch, they got 1.5K product views. Okay. They created their profile, populated their profile, optimized their profile. And in the first 10 days of the website launch, remember you get a free website, they got 1.5K product views. They're able to hire 2 employees. And they came to figure out that 30% of Inveli Designs listing 30% of the people who came to their profile either searched for a product, service, or category of what they're dealing with. So the people who came to their profile didn't search for Inveli Designs. They probably searched for customary African wear or something like that. So things that Inveli Designs deals with, okay? They were able to be found via their, how the kind of keywords they used on their profile, okay? Then we also have Juma Tours, who decided to enhance their presence on search with Google Business Profile. In the first week, they got 89 listing visits. Remember, we said you're able to know how many people came to your profile, okay? So in the first week, they found out that they got 89 listing visits. 3 employees got hired. 56% of their clients found their business via generic searches, which is basically organic search on the search engine, all right? And then 53 of their clients found their business listing on search alone. So search is the search engine, basically Google, if you're using Google or Microsoft Edge, depending on the search engine that you're using, all right? So do we have any questions up to that point? Let me see if I have any question. Any questions so far? Thank you so much, Judith. Thank you, Judith, for that. Yes, so if you also have any issues and you feel like you need support, you can go to support.google.com. So if you have issues when you're creating your profile, you can go to support.google.com and then reach out to Google for any assistance, or you can always just reach out to us as well. So are there any questions up to that point? Let me see if I have missed any question. If there are no questions, you can always indicate no question so that I know we are on the same page. If there are any questions, you can drop them. I'll come back to pick them up as I move along. Do I have any question? So far, we are also quiet. So does silence mean consent? Does it mean the class is boring? Does it mean, yes, we are all on the same page? What does silence mean? Okay. Thank you, Mary Beth. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate your response. I appreciate your feedback. So any other person, please, can I know how many hours is the class? The class is just 1 hour. So I'm just trying to go over, we have 2 more parts of the class that you have to go over. So I'm just trying not to take so much time for that. On that rather. Pires Jane. Hi, Pires. Pires says no question. Thank you so much. All right. So we'll move on to the next part of the class, which is basically planning your digital marketing strategy. So this one it's an overview, seeing that the next class that you're going to have this week will be focused on, this week we're going to look at basically creating your Google business profile. And then our focus for the 6th class, which is going to be next week, will be on creating your own digital marketing strategy. So for this one, I'll just be touching over it, but please make sure you take notes and get ideas before we get into it in depth in the next class. Okay. So I know I asked this question when we started the class. I asked what kind of marketing tools do you currently use? So this question basically reflects the first question that I asked. And we are going to look at, first of all, what the differences between digital marketing and traditional marketing, since I'm here talking about what a digital marketing strategy is. So let's look at the difference first. So there's the traditional marketing, which you all know. There's the newspapers. You buy a space on newspaper, you buy a space on magazines, and then you post your ad there. Then you wait for people to either call you or email you, but you're not even able to measure how many people saw your ad. You can't tell. And then there's billboards. Right now, we also have electronic billboards, which is a good thing. All right. Then there's also TV where you pay for your ads to appear. Okay, it could be, you probably obviously pay more if your ad appears, or if your ad appears during prime time. Okay, so I think most of us are savvy with these forms of traditional marketing. Then there's digital marketing. In the last class, we looked at the components of the different channels of digital marketing. So we said there's search engine optimization, search engine marketing, social media marketing, display advertising, email marketing, and content marketing. Okay, so we talked about that. When I'm talking about search ads, we all mean about, this was touched in the last class. When I say search ads, we know it's search engine marketing. We say video ads is also search engine marketing. So you're able to run like YouTube ads. Okay, then there's display ads. We said display advertising is a form of marketing where you run your ad across websites, across different websites on the internet. Okay, so this we talked about in the last class. And the difference between digital and traditional marketing. The best thing about digital marketing is you work with what you have. So how much do I have? I have $50. Can I run an ad with $50? Absolutely. So when you're creating ads on Facebook, so the social media ads, you can run ads for as low as $10 a day. That is if you set it on daily budgeting. But I can decide I only have $50. Can I run it for like 7 days or 5 days? Okay. And then you place it on lifetime budgeting. So it helps the system basically figures out how to price your ad during the 7 days. So it distributes the cost evenly depending on the traffic. Okay, then there's traditional marketing, which is costly. There's a time I was looking at placing an ad on the newspaper, and just buying a small space was around 100,000 Kenya shillings. That's like almost 100. That's $100. Okay, and so it's a bit expensive. And then with digital marketing, it's interactive and engaging. People click on your ad if it's commenting, if it's filling a form. Okay, if it's coming to your website, it's very interactive and engaging. And traditional marketing, it's one way. Okay, so people just see your ad. You're not able to tell how many people saw your ad. And then digital marketing is high. There's a high return on investment because you're charged according to the action that people do. If you were setting up your ad and you decided, what, this is an ad for lead generation, you will only be charged per lead generated. Okay. And then traditional marketing, short-term results. Digital marketing is easy to measure. I can go and check that after after I run maybe search engine marketing, search ad. After I run a search ad, that is the Google ad, I can go and check that I ran this ad for this many days. Okay, or let's talk about even Facebook advertising. I ran this ad for 5 days, and I input, maybe my budget was $50. It was a lead generation ad. How many leads did I get from this ad? Okay, so I'm able to measure the amount that was spent. I'm able to tell how many leads that I got because that was my target, that was my objective. But with traditional marketing, it's hard to measure. And then digital marketing spreads fast and wide. Remember, when you're running your ads, you decide, I want this ad to run in Kenya. You choose the location, if it's Kenya, Nigeria, whatever countries that you want to choose. And it's just like with news on social media, it spreads very fast. The traditional marketing is a bit limited, and it's permanent, stroke tangible. Like if it's on newspaper, it's basically, unless the newspaper, they distribute it in the different countries, which is highly unlikely. Okay, so you're very limited. But the thing with digital marketing now, it is time consuming. It takes time. All right, it takes time to get the returns that you want. Okay, so it's something that you have to build over time. All right, so we've looked, I think I've mentioned, I went through the types of digital marketing, and this was also shared in the last class. So I will not even talk much about this. Maybe just to mention them again, there's search engine marketing, social media marketing, display advertising, content marketing, email marketing. All right. All right. So when you want to get started with search engine marketing, so you're looking at getting started with paying to appear at the top of the search engine. Okay. So you want your listing to appear at the top for search engine. When someone makes a search of maybe you're dealing with compact cameras, okay, you want your listing to appear at the top. So you're looking at the figures. Why is it even important? Is it even going to give me the returns that I'm looking for? You'll see that there are 87.3% searches that are conducted on Google. Right now, everyone goes to Google to search for anything. If it's a product, if it's a service, if people want to learn more about your business, they will just go online. All right. And then 63 of people have clicked on a Google ad. Technically, you pay to appear at the top. All right. And we see that most people click the listings that appear at the top. Most people click the listings that appear at the top. It's very unlikely that you go to the ones at the bottom. Okay. So you increase the chances of your listing being clicked on. All right. That's the benefit of it. When you want to get started with Google Ads, you need to create an account on Google Ads, and Judith will share this link. So Judith will share the link to getting started with Google Ads. When you click on the link, create an account, log into your Google account. Okay. Then if you want to have it with the name of your business, fine with you. Okay. Log into your account, sign up. Okay. Then you want to get started with running the ads. You need to click campaign. Okay. There's a tab, a small tab there for campaign. So you click on campaign, select new campaign. You want to create a new ad. Okay. Select new campaign. So when you select the new campaign, it will ask you, fine, you want to run this ad. So what is it for? What is the goal of this ad? What do you want to achieve? So you need to have figured out your own online objective. All right. Remember in the last class we looked at aligning your business goals with your online objectives. Okay, so tell us the goal of this ad. This ad, I want people to visit my site. I want people to call me. I want people to fill this form. Okay, so what is the goal of that ad? Then where do I want to advertise? Remember we said with Google, with search engine marketing, you get to reach people. You basically increase your awareness. Okay, so you're able to decide, I want this ad to appear to people in Kenya. Fine, in Kenya, which cities? If it's Nairobi, if it is Mombasa, if it is Kisumu, okay? And then what do you want people to see when they click on that ad? So you create your message. Remember when you're creating the ad, you need to have done a lot of keyword research. You need to have done keyword research. And this was actually mentioned in the last class because you're bidding on keywords. Remember, you're bidding on keywords. So you need to do a lot of keyword research. So there's an interface actually on the Google Ads. It's called the Google Ads keyword search, keyword phrase. It's called the Google Ads keyword sorry, I'm trying to remember the name. It's called there's the Google Trends and Google Ads keyword search. Yeah. So you can go to that interface and you can do your research there for keywords. So you can go, maybe your competitor has a good website, it's always appearing at the top. Okay. So you can click, you can copy the link of your competitor's website and populate keywords that they are using. And you can use the same keywords when you're creating your ad. Okay. Then you set your budget cap. How much do I have? Okay. Then you go live. But remember, it's very important to understand or to do a lot of keyword research. Okay. So I've talked about telling us your goal. I've mentioned this. If you want to get more calls, you want to increase visits to your store, what do you want to achieve when you're creating that ad? Okay. What is the location of that ad? What do you want people to see when they click on that ad? So it's very important. When you're creating the ad, it will give you an option of ad extensions. Okay. So extension are basically links to the specific pages on your website that you want people to go to. So when you're creating the ad and it gives you the option of which it's not like I'm saying it will give you, there's an option for ad extensions. So you click on the extensions bit. You want people to go to your contact us page, you will add the link to that page as an extension. If you want people to go to your product page, a specific product page, you add the link of that page so that when someone clicks that extension on your ad, it directly takes them to the specific page. All right. Then your budget cap, obviously, with Google Ads, you can run ads as low as $5 in a day. Okay, that's the lowest you can cap it in a day. Okay, then you go live, obviously. So, any more questions up to that point? Any more questions up to that point? We are done with the second part of the class, which is basically how do you get started with search engine marketing. That was the second part of the class. So, you only have one other agenda to cover. Any question up to that point? Any question up to that point? All right, Mary Beth, I'll try and summarize at the end of the class. I will try and summarize at the end of the class. So any question, Mary Beth? Yes, I'll give a summary of the key points so that you don't forget. That's fine, Mary Beth, I'll do that. Okay, so as is the trend, so since we are done with the second part of the class, you can tell me again. If there are no questions, just tell me, Beryl, we're on the same page. If there's a question, you can always ask. So there's also Judith in the chat section. She can pick up your questions. So any questions so far? You can also indicate no questions so that we move on to the last part of the class. We have around 10 minutes to cover the last agenda. Any question? I understand so far. Thank you so much, Mary Beth. Thank you. I appreciate the response. I appreciate the feedback. Remember, you can always access the recording with the same link that you joined this session with. All right. Thank you, Titi Lope. Thank you, Ijioma. Thank you, Zephania. I appreciate the feedback. Okay. So let's look at the last part of the class, which is basically leveraging on social media channels and email marketing. So we will do a recap after the session, basically to go over the points that I have covered so far. I know I also asked, which tools we normally use. Most of us said Facebook. You can also feel free to drop your comments about this in the chat section again. I know we talked about Facebook, Instagram. I saw WhatsApp Business. Someone said they're using Snapchat. I remember someone talked about using Snapchat. No one has told me they're using TikTok. So I'm a bit curious. None of us are using TikTok. None of us are using TikTok. Google Trends. So Google Trends is for running keyword research. You can run keyword research and then you can run market research. So if you want to do research on marketing or the trending topics, basically you want to know about trending topics, okay? It helps you to know what's trending. Can you hop onto that trend or not? Then you can project your future market. Assuming you're in the clothes business, you can go to Google Trends, look at previous trends, okay? Maybe you want to open shop in South Africa. So you look at previous trends. Maybe you're selling winter clothes, for example. You look at you're selling winter clothes and you want to open a shop in South Africa for winter clothes. I can go online, search trend by location. So I go online, I search winter clothes in South Africa. Then I look at the trends maybe for 2022, 2021. So I'm able to see the rise in trend. At what point did people search winter clothes, the most? All right. So I'm able to know this is the time where when people mostly look for this specific product or service. So I can do a market projection, okay? Then it will give me suggestions on some keywords. Maybe I searched for mittens, okay? And then it tells me, you know what, people also searched for Marvins, okay? Or people also searched for heavy socks, So I'm able to find the kind of keywords that people are using. So you can do your market research on Google Trends. You can do your keyword research on Google Trends as well. Okay, Glory, I hope I've responded to your question. All right, so social media basically can help you can generate more sales from social media. You can sell, and then you can also buy, all right? So you can also find your suppliers or your vendors on social media, all right? Then you get to add value to your brand. You can offer customer support to your brand, okay? You can try and harness and sharpen your own brand reputation via social media. and you're able to improve your marketing because you're always going back to your statistics and your data. You're always going back to look at, is my Facebook working out for me? Which posts are people interacting with? At what point are they interacting with my post? Which kind of posts are people interacting with? So I'm able to tweak my marketing decisions to ensure that I'm always achieving my online objective. If it's to get more followers, if it is to make online sales, if it is to increase engagement, what do I want to achieve? So I'm always able to tweak my marketing decisions to improve my marketing. So there's paid and organic social media. Paid social media is when you decide to run paid ads on your social media. All right. So you want to run a lead generation ad. You want to run an engagement ad. All right. So sometimes you can create an ad and you decide that when someone clicks this ad, it should take them to my messenger. So they're able to drop me their questions or whatever. Okay. If someone clicks this ad, they get this form to fill. All right. So you pay for those views. If it's a lead gen, you pay per lead gen. If it's for clicks, you pay for the click. If it's for conversion, you pay for acquisition. Okay. Then the organic social media, it's obviously free. It's the normal social media posting that you do. You go online, create a Facebook page, you do the organic social media. I mean, you're not paying for it. Okay. With organic, obviously, you reach your followers and their friends, but with paid, you get to reach anyone who has previously shown interest in either product or service that you're dealing with. So long as their digital footprints have indicated interest in whatever the ad that you want to run on, your ad will appear there. Okay. So getting started with social media marketing. And this was covered in the last class. Remember, the most underlying thing, the common denominator for all these channels that you decide to choose is your audience. Who are your audience? Who are you targeting? You need to understand your audience first before you even get started with any of these things. So know their demographics. Where are they located? What are they doing? What are their interests? All right. What are their behaviors? What are their values? But most importantly, what are their challenges? What are their pain points? Because when I get to understand their challenges, then I'm able to know how to position my business as a solution to that challenge. Okay. When I know about my customers, I'll be able to know. I know my customers mostly use Facebook or Instagram. So it will even help me get to the next step on deciding the social media channel to use. Because if I do my customer research, okay, to understand my clients better, then I figure out that most of my clients are not on LinkedIn, okay? So why would I need to open up a LinkedIn page if I know it will not give me the traction that I'm looking for, okay? Then after you decide on the platform, you need to be consistent. Imagine me coming to your page and I see that you made your post maybe last year, early last year. I will ask myself, is this business still operational? Or I come and look at your pages. I see that someone made an inquiry on your page 1 month ago and nobody responded to that person. It just shows you're not serious. So you need to be consistent. You need to engage. Someone asks a question. What is your turnaround time for responding? Okay, that's why you also need to have brand guidelines. What is your turnaround time for responding to inquiries? Okay, these are the kind of photos that we post. Okay, what are my style of images? You need to determine your image styles. Okay, and then photos, videos. If you want to do blogs, fine by you, depending on the kind of content that you want to share. Okay, remember also when you're doing the posts, you can go to canva.com. You don't need graphic design skills. They're templates for you. So you customize the templates, create your own posters, put your put your logos on your posters so that even if someone shares it maybe on WhatsApp, just the poster itself without even your caption, they are able to know this poster is for this brand. Okay, I can always reach out. All the details are in the poster. Do you understand? So that's on social media marketing. On email marketing, to get started with email marketing, first you need to know, I need to get the emails. Okay. So thank you, Judith. Yes, Judith will post the attendance form shortly. Judith, please post the attendance form. Make sure you fill in the form with your correct name, your full name, as you would want for it to appear on your certificate. So thank you, Judith. Judith has just shared the attendance link, the attendance form. So please make sure you fill it out. All right. So with email marketing, first you need to understand, where do I get these emails? Okay. And email marketing works well if you're reaching out to people who you already know their interest. So you're not sending out cold emails. You're not just sending out emails. There are people out here who sell emails. They'll tell you, I have like 2,000 emails. Okay. You don't even know these 2,000 people. What are their interests? You just buy the emails and start sending out emails to them. High chances it will not give you the ROI you're looking for. Okay, so it's very important that when you decide on email marketing, you're sharing email to people who you already know their interest. Okay, and how do you even collect these emails? You can decide to run a lead generation ad. I've mentioned this so much in this class. You can decide to go to social media, run a lead generation ad. So there's a form that they fill, then it populates. You'll just so now when you're going on the back end of your Facebook business suite, okay, when you download that form, you just get all the responses on email or on a spreadsheet. Okay, so you get the emails of the people who clicked on that ad. Obviously someone clicked the ad and filled the form because they were interested. Okay, it's the same thing if you integrate your email marketing onto your website. So someone goes to your website, maybe on the contact us page, they fill the inquiry form. This is someone who's already interested. Do you understand? So you can also run customer survey, collect emails. Okay, so you're basically reaching out to people who have already shown interest. All right, so when you're creating the emails, it's important to segregate them. So you figure out, I have, like, maybe I'm a business, I have so many things under the umbrella of my business. So I ran an ad for maybe iPhones, or I ran an ad for this and this, depending on the kind of ad you ran. That is, if you decided to do a lead generation ad, I know these are people who filled in the ad for this type of product. These are people who filled in the ad for this type of product. Or when they filled in my inquiry form, it was because of this and this and this. So I segregate the emails according to their interests. Okay. Then I send out emails. So you need to personalize the emails. Okay. You need to personalize the emails. People like to feel important. Dear Beryl, dear so and so. Keep the emails short. You don't want your emails to be too wordy. Get straight to the point. Okay. Then you can decide to use an email marketing app. So there's MailChimp, which is free. It gives you an option of sending like 80 emails in a day. Okay. If you want more advanced apps, there is SendGrid, there is Active Campaign, there's Drip. It gives you additional features. So obviously you have to pay for that. If you want to get started with the free version, you can go to MailChimp, or you can just type out MailChimp on your browser, look at it, see if it's it's something that interests you, and figure it out. But with email marketing, you need to test the emails. I want to send out emails to like 100 people. I need to test it out, maybe to two of my colleagues. I send the email out to them, see how it looks on my phone, on the phone, see how it looks on a tablet, see how it looks on a laptop. You don't want to send out emails that look distorted. Okay. So I think I've mentioned this: segmenting, keeping it simple and straight to the point. Test it before you bulk send. You need to test, and then you need to be able to measure the open and click rate. I sent out. That's why it's the best part. The best thing with using the email marketing app. Okay, you're able to measure the open and click rate. I sent out 100 emails. How many people opened the email? How many people clicked the email? Okay, so I'm able to know the emails didn't just go blindly. I can be able to tell how many people actually opened it. Okay, so any questions up to that point? Any questions? So what about those who forgot to fill attendance on the day of digital marketing? So remember, let me just say this again. It's very important that you fill in the attendance form during the class. Please make sure that you fill in the attendance form during the class. Okay. So if you attended that class, you can just fill it out and input the name of the class. I think there's a checkbox for the topic that you attended. So please make sure you do that. But we normally encourage that you fill out the form during the class. Okay. So the link has been shared again. Thank you for that. And then Azoluquam. So can we get the PDF for the various classes? Unfortunately, we cannot share the collateral. Okay, we can't share the slides, but you can always revisit the session over and over again with the same training link. Actually, immediately after we end this class, you can access the recording immediately after. And then if you feel like you want to learn more, maybe I need to sit down and learn more on my own, you can decide to go to learndigital.withgoogle.com/digital skills/courses and still learn on your own and get certified. Okay, you can go to learndigital.withgoogle.com/digital skills/courses and learn on your own and still get certified. Thank you, Judith. And then Judith has shared all the links. So make sure, please, you take note of the links that were shared. And then you can follow us on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Digital Skills for Africa, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Impact Her. It was nice having you. I know we are like 7 minutes into the class. I'm so sorry. We're basically supposed to take like 1 hour. I hope the class was impactful. You can Okay, I'm assuming it's your network, so maybe you can try and fill it out maybe after the class, or maybe because try and fill it out after the class, but immediately after, please. So I'm hoping you found this session insightful, and you're going to have a nice evening. I'm like 2 hours ahead of you, so it's 8 p.m. my time right now. I'm based in Kenya, so I'm 2 hours ahead. It's like 8 p.m. my time right now. So thank you so much. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy. I'll see you when. When is the next class? Let me see when the next class will be. Today is a Monday. The next class will be on 27th. On 27th, and you're going to look at how to set up your own Google business profile. 27th, 5 p.m. Make sure you mark it on your calendar. Don't miss the session. Okay, bye. God bless you too, Ijeoma.